What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this is I'm sure I make DSW. Now, if you don't know what DSW is, it's a shoe store. It's a very big shoe store, and I don't know why. Also, sorry I turned so quickly. I don't know why it just recorded that way. But I'll show more at the end than I usually do. But that's not relevant. The point is here, the main building part is a little short, so you can make that taller if you want, which I'll talk about all the details of that in a little bit. But, yeah, that being said, enjoy the tutorial. Alright, so the space made for this is a 68 by 36. Now, before I list the materials, I just want to say that two things. One, the windows force me to make the wall shorter. Now, if you want your walls to be taller, because I know the top section does look a little tall compared to everything else, I would remove the windows, because if you have more space at the top when you have windows, it makes the windows look really small almost, and it just gives the build a really weird look. If you don't have the windows, you can have as taller walls as you want, because the windows don't have anything to be proportionate to necessarily, if that makes sense. Also, it doesn't go that far back, and I didn't realize that until now, but it's a shoe store. It doesn't need to be that big. So, yeah, but the materials we need to start off are sandstone, brick blocks. They're not in the sandstone section, I can tell you that much. Black stained glass panes. Sandstone walls. You can use a different one if you'd like. You could use stone brick. Stone brick wall is the only other one that I would try if you wanted to. Smooth quartz stairs. Black stained glass blocks. Pillar quartz block. Terracotta. And we'll go black concrete. You also need smooth quartz blocks, smooth quartz slabs, stone brick stairs, stone brick blocks, polished blackstone slabs, and I think that's it. So, starting from the front left-hand corner of your 68 by 36 grid, coffee minute. If it's more convenient for your space, you may start from the front right-hand corner. The build is symmetrical, going left to right, excluding the letters. But you want to count backward by 5, and right by 1, and going right, you want to place 4 sandstone, 3 black stained glass panes, 3 sandstone, 3 black stained glass panes, 3 sandstone, 3 black stained glass panes, 5 sandstone. We're gonna start off quick, and I want you to bring your sandstone up with 7 rows of brick. Leave the panes alone for now. But I want to make sure it's correct. It's correct. Cool. So the sandstone up with 7 bricks, and then the panes left alone, because we'll deal with those later. It's like 4 panes and 3 bricks or something like that. Don't quote me on that. I mean, you could if you want. Actually, I think that's right. No, it can't be right. 4 panes and 3 bricks, I think. I think I said 4 and 4, or 3 and 4. It's 4 and 3. I'm pretty sure. I think the windows are... I'm pretty sure it's 3 by 4 originally. It's 4 by 3. I'm almost positive on. If it's wrong, then we're gonna be wrong in this video, and if there's a cut, that's why. And if there isn't a cut, then I was right. No, yeah, it's definitely 4 by 3. So now you have pillars, and you want to bring each black stained glass pane up with 4 black stained glass panes, and then 3 brick blocks. I was correct. I can tell because 3 and then -1 for what I'm seeing is 2, and that's math. Which I don't have a good grade. I'm not even taking math right now, because I have second semester and first semester. Both have different classes, so right now I'm taking 5 classes, and then I'll have 2 of those for next semester and 3 new ones. Because ADB day stuff, it's fun. Alright, just like that. That looks nice and fancy, but it could be fancier, couldn't it? So you want to bring either sandstone left and right of the bottom block of the window out by 1 or forward by 1, whatever direction this is, I don't really know. And then you want to bring each sandstone up with 4 sandstone walls, at least each sticky outy one. Nice dog barking. And then you want to bring each sandstone stair up with a smooth quartz stair that is facing away from the window that it is closest to, if that makes sense. Like that. So they're facing that far left and far right ones are facing just towards nothing, and then the inner ones are facing towards each other, or the closest one to them. And then in between where you have the 3 block caps, you can just place 3 smooth quartz stairs. If that was a dumb explanation, you should have this. If that doesn't help, hopefully you can see the individual numbers and stuff, but if that doesn't help, you can ask me in the comments, and I'll try my best to explain it. It isn't too hard, at least I don't think. I explained it really bad, but looking at it should do the trick. Also, quick side note, if you want, you can bring that wall back by 29, right by 65, and then forward by 29 if you want to line it up. I think that's the numbers. It could be a block off, though. It should know, because it should be. Because it should be minus 2, which is 66, minus another 1, which is 65. We're going to do that later, though. Not last, but later. So what you want to do is you want to come to the bottom block of the far right row of the wall, and you want to bring the sandstone forward with 2 black glass. Bring it right with 4 black glass. Pillar quartz block. Ah, frick, we forgot doors. 3 black glass, then you can actually get rid of your sandstone wall for now. And get out acacia doors, and then just place 2 acacia doors, and you can get back out your sandstone wall now if you want. We only needed to place 2. There's only one door, which is really weird. 3 black glass, pillar quartz block, 5 black glass, back with a black glass. Bring each pillar quartz forward by 1, and bring each corner outward diagonally forward with a pillar quartz block. Just like that. You then want to copy that row 4 more times. Only the glass and then the pillar quartz. And on top of the door, you just want to place more glass. I think it's 3 glass. It should be 3. 3, not whatever I said. I don't even know. Also, if you want to make this back row pillar quartz block black glass, you can. I just did it for marking out reasons. I made a pillar quartz back. Originally, it is actually glass, and I have, I think, a gap, or maybe I filled in with smooth quartz. I don't remember. But next row is going to be, like, opposite on smooth quartz stair thingy, and it's going to be really weird. And if you don't want to place anything, then don't. But I think I placed a block. You can bring it up with black glass again. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to bring... Oh, I forgot the corner over here. That's great. You want to bring each pillar quartz up by an additional 1 with pillar quartz, and then leave the glass alone. Because of a reason, which I was talking about like literally 15 seconds ago. You then want to connect all these pillar quartz blocks together with opposite on smooth quartz stairs, and then you want to connect them to the wall behind them. Since there isn't a wall on the right, just bring it back by 2. Bring that corner back by 2. And this should give you something like this, which is correct. I think. I hope. If it isn't correct, then that's an issue. But yeah, just like that. I really enjoy the look of the front section specifically. I think that the sides could have fit it better, but I like the designs of it, and I think that it fit together well enough. If you want to make the sides taller if you want. I think that's the big thing. Even if you just make the sides a little bit taller, it will be a little bit more proportionate. Which, it isn't necessarily unproportionate, but the sides are a little short. Anyways, then what you want to do is you want to bring this inner glass. You're basically going to bring all your pillar quartz up by 2 now. Oh, that's 2. I said that really weird, I'm sorry. But the number 2, which begins with a 1 and... Does not begin with a 1, what am I saying? And then you want to bring all your black glass up by 3. So we're basically filling in the gap behind the upset on smooth quartz stairs, and then bringing it up an additional 2, and that should give you a flat top. So now your entire build, I think, is at a level point. if I'm correct, which I should be correct. I am correct. Cool. So everything's the same height now. That's all fine and dandy. You then want to bring each pillar quartz block up with a terracotta. And connect them together along the front and the front only. Don't bring it back yet, because we're going to do something special with that, which is right now. You want to bring either side back by 9. So it's going to kind of hang over and just do nothing. Especially on the right side, and then you can just connect together at that back row. And that should give you a rectangle. That'll be important later, but it's not important right now. You're probably like, why did you make us do that? But that's for later. That row isn't even going to be seen at the back, but that's literally just so we can measure out the next part, which isn't even the next, kind of is the next part. Anyways, now what you want to do is, I don't know numbers, one moment here. You want to go left or right to left on top of this front row of terracotta, does not matter. You want to place 3 terracotta, 16 black concrete, 3 terracotta. You can make the black concrete gray concrete if you'd like. I think the black is fine, but it's up to you. And then you do want to copy that row 6 more times. And this will kind of show you what I mean by it being too short. Because you can see this entire terracotta section is higher than the brick section. It basically sits on top of it, although the roof does kind of connect it. But you could add an extra 2 or 3 layers and then just, I don't know, add like a pattern or something up there. I actually did that with Walgreens. I don't remember what I put. Walgreens is like really close, I think, too. I think it's literally behind Kohl's. Or no, it's a little bit more to the right, because it's behind Home Depot, I think. Next to the factory. I forgot about that. Even though I built it here. Alright, just like that. That looks very stupid right now, but the black concrete, it will look like that, and it will end up looking fine with the letters and the roof. Which we're going to do later, because we don't have the materials for it right now. You can, what you do want to do, though, is bring the little back rest of the terracotta up with 7 rows of terracotta? Yeah, 7 rows. And then that will just give you an entire top section. That basically marks out the important, big, scary old piece that goes on top of pretty much all of my buildings. I think for those of you who have been around for like a decent amount of time, you'll kind of notice how my builds seem to have kind of transformed. I've made, like, I used to have a style, and that style, it's still there. But it's like, it's changed a lot. I used to basically make the bottoms flat and then have a section at the top stick out and I had supports under it. I didn't like how that, I'm not starting to not like how that looked. Now that looks depending on the situation. Sometimes it works. But like for something like this, you can see I have the whole glass thing under, which I'm starting to do more. Tractor Supply Co. has, does it have supports? I think it has supports on the sides. Can't really see. Kohl's was actually a really interesting one. I really enjoy the Kohl's. Oh, I don't like the white on the sandstone. It kind of blends in too much. Anywho, what you want to do is, if you know the pattern, then you can just copy it. Keep in mind that the sides are different. I made that mistake. I actually didn't... I want to say the other side I made 4 here instead of 3. And that kind of screwed me over. See that, like, that entire thing is 5, including this block back here. I made it 6 on the other side. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to place a sandstone behind the bottom black glass. Bring it right 4. Then place 3 black stained glass panes. 3 sandstone, 3 black stained glass panes, 3 sandstone, 3 black stained glass panes, 4 sandstone. Bring each sandstone up with 7 brick blocks. And it actually is going to touch the terracotta here on the far inside. And then this will kind of give something for the front section to cling to. Kind of reminds me of my Target with that section. But Target was very different. Target was like... I have a lot of builds, you know. Target's like the one build that's like on top of the hill. Not necessarily because it's my best. I'd say it's one of my best. but it's so different. Some of these remakes are very different, although this is not a remake. I've never made DSW. I did not know it existed until very recently. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to bring each black stained glass pane up by 4 with black stained glass panes, and then 3 with brick block. I had one near me that moved across the street. Or not across the street, but like a shopping... no, it was actually. Because it was originally like... Okay, so like it was a really weird... It was like a circular shopping center where there's stuff at the back and stuff at the front. Actually, my shopping center's like at my local one. It was here originally, or no, it was like there originally in the back left, and now it's in the front right, and I don't know why it moved. I think because the location that it moved to is bigger than the old one, because I didn't go in the newer one, but the store looked a lot larger than the other one. The other one I did go in, because it was, I think you can guess it. I had a Walmart near me do that too. I moved across the street, and it really wasn't that much bigger of a building. I think it's a super store now, though. And, At Home moved into its old Walmart. Or the old Walmart. And then, now what you want to do is bring each sandstone left and right of either window forward by 1. Bring each one up with 4 sandstone walls. And then bring each one up with a smooth quartz stair that's kind of facing just away from the window that it should be kind of connected to. And then in between them place smooth quartz stairs that are facing forward, and that will give you little overhangs to your roof. Just like that. That's basically the front of your build done, other than the letters, which are kind of important. And then the roofs. There's multiple of them on this. So, the back is fairly simple, so I think you could probably. I think I was telling you about it earlier. I cannot speak. But yeah, I was saying earlier how you want to do this, or how you can do this. So basically, what you want to do is at the left side, you want to bring the sandstone back by 29. If you want to go further than that, you can, and you can also do it on that side, or you can just bring this one right by 65. Or just line it up. And then connect it forward. And then you want to place 7 rows of brick block on top of that, which should make it as tall as your front brick wall. So I'm not going to cut this part out because I don't really feel the need to. But yeah, if you finish before me, you may skip ahead, of course. Or if you finish after me, then you should probably pause the video, even though the next step will probably be the roofs. And you can just look at that and figure it out. This isn't really like a complicated build. It looks kind of complicated. It has more character to it than most of my other builds, excluding Target and Walmart, my remakes, because those were very special. But those are probably my 2 favorite stores that I've made. Not going to. Costco is better. Costco's good. I wouldn't say Walmart's bad. Walmart's nice though, because it's like they're everywhere, and you can kind of go in and get really whatever you need to, especially superstores. I went to a superstore Walmart. I don't remember when, but I went to one somewhere, and like, obviously, as the name intends, it's very big, and they have like everything. Because normal Walmarts, normal size Walmarts don't have grocery sections, but super Walmarts do, which is interesting. Honestly, though, if you wanted to ever take a build and make it bigger or turn it into something else, like if you like this design but you don't want to make a DSW because you've never heard of it and it sounds like an irrelevant place, which it probably is because no one needs a giant shoe store, you could turn into a Kohl's if you really wanted to. I wouldn't. I'd make it, well, I guess make it bigger, and you can make a case for it. Certain ones, though, you have to kind of keep in mind about how their building is, and like, if you're quote-unquote allowed to change it. based on the standards of that building. Like Best Buy, I wouldn't change Best Buy. I'd keep Best Buy as is. Kohl's, I think, is one that I wouldn't actually really change. Because you can see Kohl's, that's pretty much an average Kohl's over there. But yeah, something like Walmart, you can make a case for Target even. Costco maybe. Anyways, now what you want to do is clear inventory and get out stone brick blocks. It's called stone bricks, actually. Stone brick stairs. Polished blackstone slabs. Smooth quartz blocks. Smooth quartz stairs. And smooth quartz slabs. What you want to do first off is you want to, on top of your brick roof, you want to place stone bricks on top of every single one. Also random, but stone bricks are one at the top and two at the bottom, and that's it. Me and someone in class were talking about that. Like, we couldn't remember what the texture was, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah. Is brick the one? Okay, brick is the one we were thinking of, where it's 3 and 2. That's kind of funny. Anyways, then you want to place a row of upside down stone brick stairs moving around the outside of that, and then fill in the center of it in with stone bricks. Now, it's completely off topic and not relevant at all, but it's kind of funny. I gotta remember to tell them that tomorrow. That, hey, we were both here, we both thought it was the same, and it was like, hey, we were wrong about that yesterday. I just blame it on them. It sounds like a thing I would do, probably. But, yeah. Little do they know I have a YouTube channel. That's just not a thing I share in school, typically, but you know. I used to be more like, yeah, I'm like this, but now I'm kind of not. Specifically because of some of my passions, aka Halloween stuff, because I know a lot of people in school would tease me for that. So, yeah, and it's like, it's nice because on YouTube, I feel like a lot of people take the standard and are like, okay, yeah, this hobby exists, nice. And I think a lot of people that watch my channel kind of know that decoration dudes exist and everything. Now, I wouldn't say most of them are actually, like watch it or anything. Well, I mean, this sub counts tell that for a fact. But yeah, just kind of like, it's something that, like, you know, it's kind of what people are known to accept, but school kids are different. School kids are much different. Like, someone could tell me a really random hobby and be like, cool. Good, you have an interesting hobby. It's something for you to do. Some people, that seems to be a thing though, like, YouTube, people don't go into the comments, they're like, haha, you're a nerd for liking hockey or something like that. I do like hockey, by the way, call me a nerd for it. Everyone go in the comments to call me a nerd for liking hockey, I'm asking for it. But like, people on Discord sometimes, people at school, they would say that. They would say that to your face. No, I'm not gonna say people in the YouTube comments are a lot more respectful than that. Like, most of them are. Most of them are more respectful than that. But you get the person every once in a while that's like, haha, stupid idiot. Which is definitely deserved. I mean, I'm literally sitting on a couch right now playing Minecraft and commentating about me filling in a ceiling. Does it sound like I have a life? It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, okay, you can bully me for it, but it's still cool. It's still something that, you know, you get to be like, yeah, I do this. And to be able to find success in it is a completely different, you know, situation, and it's not like something that I'm gonna go around every day and be like, haha, I have more subscribers than you, and I'm not gonna do that, but it's like, it's something where you can look at it and be like, I made an accomplishment with this. And it's just like a fun thing to do, because it doesn't require work like school does. It's just, I mean, it is more work than you'd expect. Especially for preparing for some of these, like this one. Preparation doesn't just, I don't just snap my fingers and the building appears, no. But, yeah, it's still fun for what it is. And it's a good way to spend your time. Because especially with me, it's like I have a schedule with it, and I kind of can just, you know, like, okay, well, I have, like, it's something to give me, it gives me something to do and something to try and keep track of on a scheduled daily basis. I think that's kind of, like, the big thing with it, like, okay, you know, it's something to kind of make you more get into a habit of doing something over and over again. And it's been fairly easy for me so far. I've had a few little hiccups, but recently it's been worse than I think it has been. I think I've had the most like issues since beginning of this year, or since like July or June, than I did like for the past every single day of the streak. Not individual days, but you get the point. Anyways, what you want to do is come to this top section, and you want to do the same thing, except with polished black stone slabs. So place our polished black stone slabs around the top row terracotta and or black concrete. Extended out on every side by 2 this time, including the corners. I have some really random discussions in these videos, just thinking about the talk while we were filling in the roof. But it's fun, you know? That's why I do it. Something where I can just rant about something completely random that no one's gonna really listen to, but still feels like someone listened. And then you want to fill in the center room with polished blackstone. That is kind of another thing with YouTube. Like, you can say a ton of crap, obviously within the guidelines. Like, you know, like just like things that like happened or whatever. And like most people might hear it, but not say anything. It's like, oh well, you know, you get it out. Anyways, now we are on to the fun part, which is the letters. So that's your build, other than the letters done. The letters actually make it look a lot better. It looks very blank right now. Although it's still fancy. It's got a nice fancy building. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to come to the bottom left-hand corner of black concrete. And this is going to be really hard to see, but you want to count upward diagonally to the right by 1 and place a smooth quartz slab. Just like that. You can see that positioning. It kind of looks like a period. That person clearly was not happy with their text response. You then want to bring that smooth quartz slab right with 2 smooth quartz blocks and an upside-down smooth quartz stair facing right. Bring that stair up with 3 blocks, then a normal stair facing right. Bring that stair left with 2 blocks, and then an upside-down smooth quartz slab. And then connect either far left block together vertically. D. Now for probably my favorite S I've ever made. You want to leave a 1 block out from the bottom of that and place an upside-down smooth quartz slab facing towards it. Just like that. You can see how it's 1 block. Then place a slab on top of the stair, and go right of the stair and place a smooth quartz block, upside-down smooth quartz stair, up with a smooth quartz block, up with a smooth quartz stair, left with a smooth quartz block, left with an upside-down smooth quartz stair, up with a smooth quartz block, up with a smooth quartz stair, that's facing left, right with a smooth quartz block, right with a smooth quartz stair, down with an upside-down smooth quartz slab. And that should give you your S. I love the way that S looks. Other than the shading, you're going to notice this, and I don't know why it does this. But I had this issue when I was trying to originally make... When I originally had a structure for Papa John's, like, a year and a half ago, I want to say. Like, the stairs and the slabs are a little bit darker than the blocks. I don't know why it does that. You really can't do anything about it. It's something to do with the lighting. I think it's because the slab's above it, but I'm not sure. Anyways, then what you want to do is leave a 2 block out on the bottom of that and place a smooth quartz block. You can kind of see that's 2 blocks. Then bring it up diagonally to the left by 1 and bring that up 3. Come back to the first block you placed, go up diagonally to the right by 1. Down diagonally to the right 1. Up diagonally to the right 1, and then up 3. You have this middle smooth quartz block, bring it up by 2. DSW, there you go. So, yeah, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your DSW complete. Hope you got a good shoe with this one. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Hope we got a kick out of this one. That was so bad. Anyways, thank you guys so much. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic day, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.